out of Purdue. Excellent defensive specialist. Boy, a lot of room for Abercrombie. Shampoo is really doing a good job, and maybe more importantly, the receivers for Orlando.
Courtney Schwann put that ball right in Shampoo's hands, and when she has that ball, she can run it with very quick tempo. And you see the block from Indy Ignite chasing. They might want to make adjustment and start that left front blocker a little bit wider.
Yeah, they've got to do something against Abercrombie. She's in wonderful rhythm right now, as is Ajani Taylor.
Abercrombie's going to get her points, but you want to make her more uncomfortable.
Taylor now 4 of 6, no errors, 667. She's had a big season. Remember last year she only played part-time for Orlando. What a difference. Big block by Martin.
The short serve from the Indy Ignite force Foster to take the pass, and that allows them an out-of-system play where the block can set up on the right side.
Over the #1 seed, Omaha Valkyries, 3 sets to 2, 15-13 in the 5th. A chance here. That is not a good set. Good read that time by Ajani Taylor, but out of gut bounds. Let's go back over to the sideline in Madison.
I listened in to the Valkyries timeout. Coach Amy Polly was specifically talking about the pass, locking in on the pass, and then giving Shampoo all of her options.
Flicka out of nearby University of Florida. She was training with the Gators, so coming on and missed that ball just out of bounds. Very streaky opening set, 3-point run, 4-point run.
There's a lot of nerves. Correction really quick. Allie McKissick is the one who came in as a serving sub out of the University of Florida.
Wearing number 21 in blue there in reception. Boy, right on target once again in Abercrombie. She is really on a roll right now offensively.
The Indy Ignite need to figure out a way to affect her more, and I'll tell you, she's had all the answers. Big seam in that block between the two Indy Ignite blockers. She's able to find ways to put it to the floor quick.
Abercrombie has already taken 22 swings. Is that a misprint? And has 10 kills. Off speed, nicely done. What a battle between the two oppos.
Definitely, but Brittany Abercrombie for the Orlando Valkyries have got a lot more sets.
There is Carly Scott out of the University of Michigan. Played a lot of 6-rotation volleyball for the Ignite all season long. Very, very good ball control. Excellent on the beach as well. A chance here. Back to Abercrombie. Must have. De Beer has been struggling. That was not a perfect set in trans. Nice stab by Hilly. De Beer, tough swing. Did she get a piece of the block? The officials are looking at one another. Turn the lights back on. That's not a set point just yet. Into Crawford, no. Chaich out of the back row, only one blocker, saved by Abercrombie. Good transition set that time and missed out of bounds. De Beer is really struggling at the offensive end right now for Indy. They got to sort that out. Holly McPeak, first set goes to Orlando. Orlando with 31 digs. They're getting lots of opportunities in transition. Another block, this by Shampoo.
Well, Shampoo with a large assist from Kaz Brown.
Yes.
Watch Kaz Brown, the middle blocker for the Orlando Valkyrie, get out and close. Oh. She gets all of that.
Shampoo fooled me with her celebration. Chaich, perfect pass, right back at you with a slide. Courtney Schwann, number 4 in dark blue, is so solid. And the roll shot is down. Boy, and what a game of runs, particularly at this level. 3, 4, 5, back-to-back-to-back in the league. Through the first third, injured her knee and was out for the year. So they were sort of performing by committee throughout the year, adding Klicka and McKissick late in the season. Katie Baird. Abercrombie again with the dig. And Emmy Klicka, who played last year in national semifinals at the University of Pittsburgh, concluded her career, but was in Pittsburgh and doing double days with Dan Fisher and the Pitt Panthers. So her game was razor sharp, so she was ready and able to join the Orlando effort at the defensive end. Much needed side out score. Scully, good reception, back row combination, dug by Taylor. Baird looking for some hands and missed it out of bounds. Another hitting error going back to that earlier back to the line. 22-17, comfortable advantage here. Match for $1 million, best 3 out of 5, and it just got a little sweeter right now with a block by Vander Weide, who's been exceptional.
Well, the left side blocker has been helping in the middle for the Orlando Valkyrie. Keen on the middle blocker, Lydia Martin, trying to slow her down.
Big lead now for the Valkyries, the number 3 seed over the number 4 seed, Indy Ignite. They split the regular season meeting, 2 wins apiece. Lydia Martin coming right back.
That time, Indy Ignite able to get a spread in the block, and Lydia Martin, high contact point, driving that down.
Time maybe not to win this set, Holly, but you said how important momentum is. There is certainly time on the clock to make some positive plays and put a little doubt in the mind of Orlando, because the Valkyries are rolling right now. Here is Hilly. Last year a champion with Omaha, most valuable player in the final championship round, and that ball by Ajani Taylor.
Nice defensive play off the joust by Chaich to lift that ball and allow Ajani Taylor a transition swing.
One more, and Amy Pauley calls a timeout.
Yes.
Short serve, Schwann all over that. And Abercrombie again, this time through Martin.
When Shampoo's in system, she can just put that ball anywhere. But Abercrombie been her target all night long.
38 swings out of a total of 73. We knew that was going to happen. Set point number 1. Right side to Taylor. Oh, a big block. I can do more than just kill the ball off the right side, says the league's most valuable player, Brittany Abercrombie. Final against Morgan Henson. That doesn't happen very often. Brown on the slide, no combination, and smartly thrown down once again.
And that's the Terminator play. Kaz Brown drives for a back 1 set right behind Shampoo, and then a fastball to Abercrombie on the right, and just one blocker in front of her.
Abercrombie is so good offensively, and not always with power. Really moves the ball around well. Dug by Vander Weide. High flat again, back-to-back kills by Abercrombie.
Sydney Hilly ready for that corner swing, gets a hand on it, but the way Abercrombie dissects you offensively, really tough to stop and get a read on her.
22 kills on 51 swings, hitting 370 is Brittany Abercrombie. Nicely done by Martin once again, cross body.
Sydney Hilly pushing the tempo to Lydia Martin. From the 3-meter line, not easy to run your middle from there, but Sydney Hilly is one of the best at that. Look at this ball right at that 3-meter line, Sydney Hilly.
It's almost always middles. In system again. Oh, what a block. Look at Kaz Brown. Taking a picture of that. That was perfect.
It was picture perfect. This is a combination play. CeCe Crawford running for that slide.
Thank you, Madison. Now 22-18. Good save, Sydney Hilly, going high into the afternoon.
Sydney Hilly is one of the best at going up and getting tight passes and either calling her own number or feeding her hitter. Blocker jumps with her because she's front row and can attack it. CeCe Crawford alone at the net for the kill.
And her head coach was absolutely fired up at that save. You go back and look at the tape. Sydney Hilly saved, or at least gave Indy some chances, maybe 20 times in their semifinals. Dug by Scott. What else shoot? Ajani Taylor for the kill. Elena Scott with a dig in the assist.
Elena Scott's defense has got the Indy Ignite rolling. Transition swings have been so impressive. Ajani Taylor able to get it done.
Set point number 1. And Taylor misses that into the tape, but lots of comfort. That's just 24-19. But you want to close this out if you're Indy. You don't want to give Orlando. Don't let them make a couple of plays if you're the Ignite.
Absolutely not. And Kaz Brown is a very effective server from the back line.
Set point number 2. Baird. And again, Sydney Hilly.
On a platter. I love when the Indy Ignite pass her type because she just delivers those one-hand.
And gets things started. at the offensive end for Champu and Orlando. Tight pass again. Abercrombie out of it, so going to Vander Weide. Oh, that's a tough chance. Right to Abercrombie.
You want to push that ball up to the net.
Abercrombie as additions for the Valkyries. Big block by Vander Weide. How good has Lindsey Vander Weide been?
She has been fantastic. Lindsey Vander Weide, the left front blocker, is coming in to double up with Natalie Foster. Help on this quick middle attack, and she gets all of that one.
Vander Weide with 8 kills, but that is her 5th scoring block. Klicka with the save. Must have, Teeler must have, and missed it out of bounds. This one is getting away. Orlando now just 3 points away from the Pro Volleyball Federation, the 2nd ever title. Last year it was Omaha. $1 million to the winning team. Indy's got to stop this run right now. Vander Weide, smart shot, no approach. That's the way to think it through.
For some reason, Indy Ignite have Elena Scott, who's the left back defender, trying to pick up that ball, and it's almost all the way on that right sideline.
Orlando got hot at the end of the season. They won 6 out of their last 7. Right back to the middle off a good pass to Lydia Martin.
Ignite knew they wanted to get their middles going, but that adjustment, bringing that left front blocker in to help, has been very effective.
Mammoth hill to climb now for the Ignite, especially the way Orlando has been playing, save for that 3rd set. Abercrombie again.
Unstoppable. Brittany Abercrombie working inside the block to get them to match point.
Match point, championship point, $1 million point. The first for Orlando. Taylor over the top of the block and down.
Good aggressive swing. Indy took care of their pass, but big hill to climb. They need to serve the ball tough and make some defensive stops. You know the ball's going to Abercrombie.
Well, they've got Chaich back at the line. She can go on a run. Championship point number 2. They're going to get a look to Abercrombie for it all. Orlando wins the championship.
This year's championship weekend, Champu!
I love you guys too. I love all fans coming to support us, whatever. And this, I don't think only me get it. I appreciate to give to you guys too.